What's going on, y'all? This is Travis from Chasing Anthems coming at you guys with another reaction video. And I'm going to call this one part 2 of Oliver Anthony. I think I just combined his name, his Brangelina name. It's Oliventhi. There you go. That's his new name. Anyways, so yeah, of course, we already reacted to Richmond, North of Richmond. Massive success. I'm following him on Instagram now. I can see what the power of one just hit song can do to an artist's career. I mean, in many ways, it's such a game changer that, especially today, and probably all of time music. I mean, there's so many bands you can think of that it just took that one breakout hit song that connected with people on another level. And in this case, I think across both sides of the aisle, obviously it was very socially, politically charged, whatever you want to call it. I didn't think it was that controversial, but I think it just kind of cut to the truth that everybody could connect with to some degree. So, anyways, I want to go back on. I want to see, is Oliver, I almost call him again, Anthony, a one-hit wonder? Does he have an arsenal of songs that are all hits? Is he just developing his craft and, going to break out with, hit after hit after hit? I don't know. To be honest with you, I've only heard a couple things, and I think the world has only heard not a lot of things. From my understanding, he's just now talking about going to the studio and actually recording a full-length album or first professionally produced album. So it's going to be interesting to see and to track with him. And so a lot of my, observations or comments are probably super premature, and we're not going to know until over time. But I think we can at least project and see what we think with what's already in the canon. Let's just put it that way. So, hey, with that being said, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Like me or not, let me know in the comments. I'd appreciate the feedback. And if you want to hear our original music, beat it up, like it, love it, hate it, go ahead and click on our link and check out some of our original stuff. We got tons of different music, tons of different styles, and I think we can relate in some degree with what Oliver's saying in his music. So, anyways, can't wait to check out this one. Let's roll the tape.
If it weren't for my old dogs and the good Lord, they'd have me strung up in the psych ward. 'Cause every day living in this new world is one too many days to me. Son, we're on the brink of the next world war, and I don't think nobody's praying no more, and I ain't saying I know it for sure. I'm just down on my knees, begging the Lord to take me home. I
get a lot of flack on this channel because I don't stop and talk, but then when I do stop and talk, I get flack from other people. So I'm expecting it either way from you guys. Doesn't really matter to me, but I was prepared to listen to this and say, yeah, he got lucky with that one song, knocked it out of the park, but does lightning strike twice? And right out the gate, I'll just say it, it's something about the less produced, less overdone, raw sounding of his vocals, the simplicity of it all, being in the woods, hearing the background noise, and then just kind of hearing extremely raw, extremely talented but unrefined vocals. It's almost pure. And then to hear the lyrics that he weaves in and out, there's some bars, as we like to say in the music world there, that are just cut through and are extremely truthful and honest, but dead on. I'll just say that. But I think he's going to be around for a while for sure. So if he keeps writing songs like this and the other, he's definitely going to be. He ain't going nowhere. Let's put it that way.
I wanna go home. I don't know which road to go. It's been so long. I just know I didn't used to wake up feeling this way, cussing myself every damn day. There's always some kind of bill to pay. People just doing what the rich man say. I wanna go home. Now 4 generations farming the ground. Grandson sells it to a man out of town. And 2 weeks later, the trees go down. Only got concrete growing around. I wanna go home. I wanna go home. I don't know which road to go. It's been so long. I just know I didn't used to wake up feeling this way, cussing myself every damn day. People have really gone and lost their way. They all just do what the TV say. I wanna go home.
I'm just gonna make an assumption here. I'm assuming the metaphor I want to go home is to go back to when things were simpler. And I see it. I think people who don't grow up out in the country maybe can't relate or don't understand this. But coming from where I come from, which is on the whole other side of the United States map, we see it. We see farmland that's being sold off to developers building houses. You see these big city folks they get that the city isn't for them for whatever reason, and they move out into the country and develop it, but then bring the city with them. And it's sad. It's unfortunate. You see generational farms or ranches or whatnot that are just going by the wayside, and there's nothing you can do about it, And these farmers that, they're struggling to make it, and they can't continue because there ain't any money in it. Or they don't have the desire to do it anymore. There's a million different reasons why, but I mean, I can definitely connect with this song for sure.
If it weren't for my old dogs and the good Lord, they'd have me strung up in the psych ward.
Well, I'm going to say, I think he's pretty country. I hear him talking about God, his dogs, and just speaking the truth, right? That's all you need is 2 chords and the truth. He really loves playing bar to the 4th, way up high, which I think really complements his vocals. He found his pocket for sure. I was messing around playing some of his stuff and trying to learn at least Richmond, north of Richmond, and definitely not my vocal range. But I think as a musician, especially a vocalist, it's really important to find out what is your key that complements you the most. And I think he found it for sure. But anyways, I'm impressed. I can see the appeal. I can see there's depth, and I think that there's more than just the commercial success of that one song there. And so I'm excited to hear what he does in the studio and where he goes musically, professionally. I've seen a couple of stuff with an actual band, and I like that version too, but there's something about this raw version that appeals to a lot of people, and it strips back all of the production and the commercial aspect of the music industry. The other thing I really appreciate about Oliver is I see him, he's very passionate about ticket pricing and people getting a fair shake and not being manipulated. And I think most artists, for the most part, like Kid Rock has been an advocate for that. And I know there are other bands that have been advocates for consumers. But I think what happens is musicians get so far removed from the actual people and the logistics, and you build this team, and there's all these elements that just create this monster of a situation. But I think generally speaking, there's probably bands out there that are looking to gouge ticket prices and do everything they can to make every little penny. I want to say that most musicians who truly love to just perform and to share their art with others, that's not the case. But it's really cool to see Oliver, especially as he is seeing some success, some huge success, to be very cognizant of that, be upfront about it, and really look after the people that want to see him. Especially when you go from like no performing to massive performing, like to look out for those fans, especially that early on, I think is really special. But anyways, let me know what you guys think. If you got some other recommendations for Oliver Anthony, I don't know what is going on today. Please let me know in the comments. But other than that, I will check you guys on the next one. Peace.